Turn is going to be tonight?
Should be great. For me, just looking forward to seeing familiar faces and, people that have been in my corner here and, just looking forward to competing against the guys.
I know you kind of mentioned on your pod, there's going to be some emotion. How do you manage the emotions? I know you've had to do this before, obviously, with other teams, but how do you manage that, that first?
Yeah, I think in the beginning, it would be the toughest part, saying hi to everyone and kind of taking myself away from the competitive side for a little bit and, just enjoying seeing and the people that I spent a lot of time with here. But then after that, man, it's roll the ball out, throw the ball up in the air, and it's go time, and you kind of just forget about it and you focus on, what the now is and the present is, and that's being a Philadelphia 76er and trying to go win a game.
What's the biggest lesson you could take from your debut the other night, as you move forward with the new team and everything?
It was just great to get my feet wet. I think a lot I took away from is just getting rhythm, timing back, touch back, and just learning how to play on the floor with those guys. And taking care of the ball. I thought it was a poor example of taking care of the ball and, being a playmaker. And, but I think a lot of that was just rust and, just getting reps. That's all that I really need at this point.
I guess, what's kind of, the biggest challenge when it comes to that? Obviously, that was your first game. They've already played a couple of games without you. What's the biggest challenge now in the middle of the season to try and get you up to speed and everything? These guys are in the trenches. So finding time to get practice time in, and working on stuff. I'm trying to ramp up to get cardio right. These guys aren't at that level anymore. They're getting their load from playing games and the intensity from that. So it was kind of just getting me sped up and getting me up to par while these guys are competing hard every night. So I think that was the biggest challenge. So with that, you're not really getting, much time to get together before going into games. I'm trying to learn how to play with these guys through games.
What's the biggest thing that stands out about you with your tenure with the Clippers? You're coming back outside looking in. What's your biggest memory and the biggest thing that stands out for you?
I think, it got kind of misconstrued or narrative kind of wasn't written correctly with the relationship with Lawrence, the relationship with Steve Ballmer. They were awesome the whole time I was here. Kind of the reason why it was such a shocking, decision, how it played out at the end. But they were awesome. They were awesome my time here. I think that was kind of refreshing to be alongside and have a partnership like that with a front office. And so I think that was probably the highlight, I think, of the whole situation, just how great they were with my tenure here.
To what extent do you have what ifs in your time with the Clippers, just given all the...
Yeah, none other than if we all were healthy. That's the only what ifs we had, if we all could stay healthy.
Can you draw the returns to taking anything from those experiences and applying to tonight, just in terms of how you approach it?
Yeah, I think from my experience, I've seen both sides. I've been on the bad side of being booed, and I've been on the celebrated side of being cheered. Oklahoma is always a great return. Indiana is always an intense return. And so I think I know, regardless of what the return will be tonight, I have something I can pull from being in both of those experiences.
Paul, I know you explained on your podcast, your side of things. Are you surprised, or do you understand why you're not here? Did you understand?
Do I understand?
Yeah.
I understand. I get when, and it's, again, I think people don't realize business is business. made business decision that works for the organization, and that's fine. I made a business decision that worked for myself and my family, and so there's no love lost. I still appreciate and love those guys, but it's part of the business. I don't take no ill will from it.
Well, I wonder during that time, do you have any sense of whether or not Kawhi used his voice in regards to your situation? I don't know if you guys were in touch. I don't know if he interjected or if he just kind of let you handle your business. What did that part look like?
I can't speak on that because, I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, so I can't really speak on that. I know Kawhi and I enjoyed our time here together. We kind of dealt with our situation separately, with both of us having the impression we're both staying here. But I don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
Did y'all ever connect after?
Yeah, absolutely. That's still my guy. I still talk to him. I still, that's still, one of the closest people I am with in this NBA, in this league. So we still talk. We still, hang out. We still, nothing's changed. Our families are close. Nothing changed outside of that.
You look back at your years, do you have a favorite memory, favorite game? What's the one that stands out the most?
I think it's just, that run that we had going to the, having a chance to almost get to the Western Conference or be the team to get or make it past Western Conference Finals, being in that series against Phoenix, getting the Clippers, going the furthest that they've ever had. That group was special. That year was special. Again, it was unfortunate injuries happened. But I think that run kind of solidified, who we could have been and kind of showed who we could have been when we were healthy. I thought we were a force that year. But that's probably the biggest and the best memory I've had being here. But again, every year was special. Every year was great. Steve was awesome. T. Lue was awesome. Lawrence was awesome. And then the guys that I played with here were awesome. And so, I always have love here. Obviously, this is home. But this organization is first class. And I was just appreciated to be a part of it.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, guys.
So nobody can talk to me. Nobody knows me.